All right, we have a gold Cass slash Bastion. Now, if you want coaching yourself, just feel free to type down in the comment section, as well as like and subscribe, and more than likely I will coach you. Okay.
Wouldn't call that your best shot.
All right. I really like how you walk this way. Took a little bit of an off angle. It added a lot more pressure, and on top of that, made it a lot easier for your team to win that fight. But unfortunately, though, the downside of that is it took you a little too long to make that decision. So you walked back there, you walked back there, like you're kind of just indecisive where you're going to go. Now, in gold, that's okay to do, but the higher up the ranks you go, you have no time to think. You gotta act fast on it. Now, right now, whether it's the right decision or not,
Thank you.
you're at the moment to learn. I believe you said that you were fairly new, so right now it's just all about learning, but you do need to react faster. And I mean, once again, whether it's the right decision or not, you'll learn.
Hello.
Salutations.
Hello. Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
All right, let's also talk about this real quick. So, sitting back and not really doing a whole lot, there's something that I like to push out. It's value. So, sitting back and not doing a whole lot gives you not a whole lot of value. And in Overwatch, I really like to base like value being like, or I like to say that value is the most important thing in the game. So, let's like imagine a bar real quick. So, when the game ends and one team wins, the bar is filled and the other bar is partially filled based on how much you beat them. Now, you want to contribute to that bar more than anyone else on the team, because that means you carried. So getting that extra ult charge, getting that extra shots off fills up the bar a little bit more. So that's what you want to do. You want to constantly be getting as much value as possible. Now, I do like that you say here real quick, got healed up, because guess what happens when you die? You gain 0 value for like 15 to 20 seconds, because that's how long it takes to usually get back into the fight. But if you sit here for maybe like 4 seconds, 3 seconds, get healed up real quick, maybe even shorter than that, that's a lot more value than having to die or risking the death and respawning. So that's the reason why it's best, if you're low, just sit behind cover for a second, get a little bit of healing. Let's speed up here.
Hello there.
All right. Let's look at your ult charge. 47%. Now let's look at your ult charge. 15%. Now, personally, I think as long as you don't leave spawn and you swap heroes, you should, and then you swap back to your hero, you should be allowed to keep your ult charge. That's something that I honestly think should change. But overall, at the moment right now, if you're gonna swap, like, be 1000% sure you're gonna swap, because if not, and you choose to swap back, you're gonna reset your ult charge. Okay. Once again, kind of like sitting right here, walking back and forth a little bit. You're full health. You got nothing to fear. Go get some damage out. That's okay. There's a certain case where you should go get damage out, and when you get knifed like that, you don't want to get damage out. You want to hide behind a wall, because as soon as that pull happens, you're going to take a lot of damage. If you're in a little bit of a higher rank right there, you're probably going to die. Yep. Nice job finishing off the what am I saying? Right. Nice job finishing off the fight with those 2 picks, but you weren't the one that made that push. Your Reaper and your Lucio did. So keep that in mind. You want to be the one that makes. You want to be the one that makes plays. Now it's good that your team makes plays too. In the higher rank, it's gonna like you're gonna have to do a lot more teamwork. But right now, you want to be making as many plays as possible, and you want to be carrying. Now let's. Okay, sorry. This Sonic arrow just like completely caught my eye. Okay, so I just thought that was really interesting. Okay, let's continue. Oh yeah. Also, right here, at the beginning of the fight, this high ground means a lot on second point. Whoever controls this high ground right here usually wins the team fight. Now, in gold, a lot of times they're not going to play high ground, like at all. But you can play high ground still. And honestly, you can play high ground, but if you're losing like a fight or you're about to get low or you're about to die, just roll off the high ground. Rotate back to your team. You have an Ana there. Your Ana's probably going to heal you. Just keep that in mind, though. Whoever controls the high ground usually wins. Nice pick. Right here, though. Took you like a split second to think. You just gotta go with it. You can't. Once you like have made your mind up and you're already committing to it, you can't rethink your options. You gotta go for it.
They still haven't seen my ace.
Also, sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background. All right. So you swapped to Bastion. You were at 70% ult. Normally, if you're like at, I'd say 75, 80% or higher, you're just gonna want to stick with that until you get your ult, usually, unless you don't think your ult's gonna do a whole lot. Now, let's talk about your aim right there a little bit. Your aim is kind of like, I didn't really notice this on Cassidy, but Cassidy usually, like, you're kind of like flicking a little bit. With this character, it's a little bit different. Now, on top of that, I'm not a fan of you dropping right there. Just stick high ground, because your Ana had to use nade as well as ult on you just to keep you alive right there, because you dropped. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so where was I exactly at? I had to go AFK real quick. Oh yeah, let's talk about you. I believe we were at where you dropped right here. Okay, so dropping right here, not the best choice. You do not want to be dropping here, because more than likely you're going to die when you're dropping basically 1v3, 1v2, especially against a tank. Now, your Ana had to use nade as well as a ult on you to keep you alive.
You're powered up. Get in there.
As well as your mechanical skills need a little bit of help on. Honestly, I think your aim would be a lot better if you lowered your sensitivity and increased your DPI. It makes your aim a lot more smoother, because based on how I'm watching your gameplay right now, because I believe you're on PC. It looks like you're on PC, and I don't think you have aim assist, or I haven't seen any, so I'm like 90% sure you're on PC, like 99 actually. Your aim is very twitchy, I feel like. So search up a video on like the correct settings for mouse and keyboard. I'm a console player, so I'm not like 100% a pro on like what to do for PC. But yeah, like you see that right there, you're like very like twitchy. It's just very twitchy. We're gonna speed up here a little bit.
Locking satellite vector.
Okay, so overall, I do like how you hid behind cover when you got knifed. You're a fast learner on that. Now, I mean, honestly, it might have been just best if you try to find something that can catch you when she pulls you. So just sitting right behind this wall right here, you'll just fall straight into the wall and you won't go anywhere. Because right here, you kind of like got mixed out in the wide open. And if that happens in higher ranks, more than likely you're gonna get absolutely like you're just gonna explode the second they see that, especially when there's a Juno ult.
Time for the reckoning.
Unfortunately, though, they had a alt chart or an alt push, so you're not gonna win that game. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, a good way to stay like mentally smart about this game is to not get mad when you lose a team fight, especially when multiple alts come out. When multiple alts come out, don't get mad about that. There's just nothing you can do, and it's just all about resetting and attacking. Because now, look at their ult charge and look at your ult charge. Now you guys have the advantage, and more than likely, you're going to win this next fight because you guys have ults, and they used every single ult. As well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip on Bastion ult. So I like to get my ult out as soon as possible, but there's also a tech. So first off, make sure you're always having one person on your target list when you're ulting. So let's say I'm using Bastion ult right now. I'm gonna go right over here. I see Hanzo. I'm gonna shoot one shot on him, see where he jumps. Let's say he jumps over here. Shoot more shots right here. 2 more shots right there. He dies. So keep that in mind. It's like bum, bum, bum. That's how your ult should be like. You should try to find it as soon as possible.
For the punch. Easy escape.
Okay. Not really a whole lot to say right here. You're just pushing cart and everything like that. Yeah, right there though. Your aim is like a little fishy. I can give you 2 codes that I used to that made my mechanical skills really good on this game. I will type them down in the comment section. So if anyone is watching this, if you guys want to use my or the codes that I used in custom games to get better aim, then feel free to. Once again, though, pushing up right there, it was a little bit risky. Just sit back like for a second. Try to see if you can get any value. Make sure you're using natural cover a lot.
I'm on fire. Come on.
Overall, though, I think you capped this. Nice work.
Round 1 complete. Defend objective A.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nice awareness on the Queen right there. Nice work noticing. Honestly, I will give you credit for that. You don't like. There are so many players, even in Diamond, that just will be completely oblivious to hearing sound cues. That's good. That is very good that you noticed that. I'm just going to give you massive credit for that because that takes something. That's something that not a whole lot of people learn. Overall, nice work though. You see the difference from when you're like doing stuff compared to when you're like being indecisive. You see like the biggest change. You're absolutely steamrolling them now. Speed up here. Oh no, is your tank dead? Yeah, unfortunately, your tank dead. Not a whole lot you can do about that. Honestly, I talked about this a little bit on my last video about how to deal with a tank that feeds. So the best way to deal with a tank that feeds and won't stop feeding is to, believe it or not, enable the tank more. That's it's very hard to do, very stressful, and you got to be very precise on it, but it's better than letting your tank die on repeat. You have to try to enable your tank when he's feeding like that. I know it's frustrating. I know it's something that you don't want to do, but it's honestly just overall the best way to try to deal with a tank that's feeding. Now, sometimes if you got like a monkey who's constantly diving in, maybe you can try to like swap Tracer or something like that. Maybe see if you can try to do anything about that. But most of the time, lower ranked monkeys, will just dive in and die constantly. That's why you don't see a whole lot of monkey getting played. So that's probably the hardest to deal with. But sometimes just even swapping to help out a tank, like if they're diving in constantly like that, maybe like go tracer, try to shoot them from behind, like try to distract them or anything like that. Just a little bit of a tip on how to deal with tanks that are like constantly feeding. Just try to relieve some pressure so you can enable them more. Nice. Let's skip here a little bit. There we go. Overall, what you're doing right now is fine. You're not doing bad at all. Like, you're constantly looking for value. Now, on this map, though, normally you're going to want to position yourself all the way back here, like, on point, because it takes them longer to get over to you, which makes them have to walk over here after dying a lot sooner. That's why you can see a lot in the higher ranks. Most of the people play up here. Now, I usually discourage playing up here because, especially in this meta, because it's dive meta, and usually there's only 1 or 2 people that position up here, and every single time there's usually only 1 or 2 people positioned up here, they instantly get dove and they just die instantly. So that's why I'm usually against sitting up on the high ground. You can sit up there every now and then. Like, there's some cases where you can get away with it, but normally I discourage it. But if it was Overwatch 1, it'd be an entirely different story. You're sitting up here with all 6 people.
Time for the reckoning.
Darn. I don't really think there's a whole lot you can do there. That was just a nice play by the Junker Queen. Yeah, unfortunate. They team ulted you. You guys only had 1 ult left, and your Zarya unfortunately fed again. But, I mean, that was overall a really good play by the Junker Queen. Not a whole lot you're going to do about that. And honestly, positioning up by the statue like that is, you're almost guaranteed to lose sooner, or like almost guaranteed to give up points sooner or later. Now, I'm not saying sit back and get mad at your teammates for not sitting back with you. On this map specifically, you're not going to see people positioned back on point until you hit like mid to high diamond. Now, let's also talk about where you're positioned right now. Just try to like take cover as soon as possible. Right here would have been better because you just walked in a back straight line. If that Kree was like, or if that Cassidy was like half a foot over, you more than likely could have died there because he was getting mercy pocketed. Holy. Let me go back real quick and watch that. What even happened?
It's high noon.
Okay. What even happened? So, okay, I think I understand what happened. So the Junkrat threw a mine at you, boosted you forward, and your bomb that you shot at them boosted you all the way up in the sky. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Rack on Bastion. All right. Let's just speed up here a little bit. Speed up a little bit more. There we go. I'm gonna go look at the beautiful situation that happened over here real quick. Sorry, there's like a lot of interesting things going on in this game. Okay. Remember what? Just remember what I was saying earlier. Make sure you have a target when you're using your Bastion ult. Is this winnable?
The enemy is approaching.
You guys might still actually end up winning this.
Ready for duty.
Unfortunately not.
I am blasting off.
Okay, let's talk about what you should do in this situation. So your tank is going full send in. Now you have two choices. You can walk back, go teleport back to the other spawn, or you can feed with your Zarya and just reset with your Zarya at this point, because either or is okay. Yeah, at this point, just either try to walk out this way or send it with your Zarya. Honestly, I completely forgot that you can just walk through there and run back, but more than likely, there's a chance that you're gonna die. So I'm pretty sure you found out this during the game, but this right here is the other team's spawn. This is by far the most dangerous spot to be in. Now, I know you're new, so I'm gonna catch you some slack. I bet you probably didn't know, but this is the enemy spawn. You do not want to walk, or you do not want to try to walk into the enemy spawn. Now at this point, just die. All right, we're gonna speed up here. What am I doing? My brain kind of like just cut off for a second right there. Sorry about that. Just gonna speed up again then start it. I should really reduce the time for when I go back to like 10 seconds.
Helden sterben nicht.
Welcome to orbit. Through here.
I like how you pushed up a little bit right there, though. You're kind of playing back a little too far right there, but then you kind of pushed forward and you just took advantage. What are you looking for?
I am on fire. I will lead us to victory.
They are coming.
Kill the
Okay.
Mongols.
Nice. You see? You sit in this room right here for a second. They pull you. You're fine.
Time for the reckoning.
Yeah, Joker Queen ult is a bit broken right now, especially if you don't have the right support comp. Speed up here a little bit.
You carry on escape me. The payload is
Just remember that though.
its
Shoot
destination.
once. Like, what would have been extremely smart here for either killing the Mercy, the Moira, or the Sojourn right here is you shoot one shot right here on the Moira and Sojourn. You see where they rotate to? Shoot two more shots. They can't escape it.
Fire in the hole! This ends now.
Cling.
Unfortunately, though, it looks like you lost. Yeah, unfortunately, you lost the fight. All right.
Ready.
Yeah, okay. I see this. Bro, what happened from the first part of the game into overtime, man? What happened? Bro, you're going crazy right now. Like, you're constantly looking for value. You're playing cover. You're getting your shots off. You're using your abilities good. Everything that you're doing right now is... You're doing good right now. What did, like, a girl that you, like, text you or something? What is happening, man? You're going crazy. Look at this. This is what I like to see. Constantly be doing something. Using natural cover. Using your abilities. That's what I like to see. Look at your ult charge compared to everyone else's on your team. 77. Dude, you're filling that value bar entirely all the way up. Perfect. Genuinely perfect. This is what I like to see. You're not overextending. You're playing natural cover. You're using your abilities. This is what I like to see. Dude, that was awesome. Just, you got to do that a little bit more on attack. I know attack's a little bit more hard to do that on. You do that on attack any day of the week, you're winning. You're going straight up to platinum. Now, you still got a lot to learn. You are a new player, so, or I believe you're fairly new, I think you said. So, I'm not going to hold it against you for making mistakes that normal Overwatch players make. But right there, that was good. Yeah, I don't know what changed from the first part of the game to overtime, but you 100% locked in.
I have you. Keep fighting. Pick it up, pick it up.
Nice.
Possession of the objective. Hey.
Nice work, man. There's a little bit more you could have done right there, though. But I mean, overall, that was not bad. Like, that was not bad. That was a huge change from how you first started. Now, let's talk about everything that you could have done that would have been better throughout the entire game. So, first off, let me talk about your mechanical skills. Your mechanical skills with Cassidy were not bad, but your mechanical skills with Bastion were a little interesting because you weren't kind of tracing. You were kind of like making like half an inch movements continuously, and that's an issue. Now, how do you fix that? Search up a video on like the correct settings for mouse and keyboard so your aim becomes a lot more smoother. Because my aim was like that, and I think all I had to do was up my DPI and lower my sensitivity. Now, let's talk about value. You need to be reacting fast in this game. This game is all about how fast you react, and how you take advantage of a situation. That is like very, very important in this game. Now, sitting there, like you kind of, I love to say this a lot, but you kind of got to take value as the main focus of each game. Like if you're gonna rewatch some of your gameplay, rewatch it and think about how much value am I giving my team? Am I constantly doing something? Because you should, in Overwatch, you should constantly be doing something. In certain cases, like maybe waiting to hit a flank or waiting to like do something else for a second so you can gain more value, that's okay to wait. But overall, if you know what I mean, I think kind of hard to, I'm kind of getting like my words mixed up here. So let me explain this a little bit better. So for example, if like you got to constantly be doing something, and then you can say, then why does anyone even flank? Well, if it takes you like 3 seconds to flank, you're taking that risk to increase your chances to gain even more value off from that flank by surprise attacking them. basically in a way. So consider that as well. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I just completely got mixed up. I have no clue. But anyway, yeah. You're fairly new, so I was kind of expecting some rookie mistakes. And of course, you did make some rookie mistakes, but honestly, like, the rookie mistakes can easily be fixable. Like, you in 1 week, if you take this video and you keep like understanding it and try to understand it to like a next level, in 1 week, I could I could see you in platinum, easy. Just focus on your mechanical skills. I'll type in the comment section down, or I'll type in the comment section the 2 codes that I used in custom games on Overwatch for myself to get better aim. And as well as just constantly be thinking about value. Think about that bar. Think about, are you filling up that bar more than anyone else is? But anyway, I hope this helped you out, and see ya.